All right, so this is a battle report between the Ogre Khans and the Warriors of the Dark Gods, 6,000 points. So I'm going to try something different with a list. I've done a little modification to it. I decided to bring a unit of barbarians that are ambushing, just to try out their strategy of ambushing. It's not really my thing, but I'll try it anyway. It seems like it does have its merits, but pretty much same loadout that I've been running. From left to right, he has two giants, two units of three Ogre Khan tribesmen, Frost Titan, a unit of about 12 bruisers, 6 man-eaters, another 3 tribesmen, a unit of 4 tuskers, and I have a unit from left to right, a unit of fallen, unit of barbarian horsemen of about 8, a unit of crushers, about 5 of them, and 3 characters in that unit. Next to that is a unit of a once fallen of pestilence. Behind that, the battle shrine, and next to that, 5 more crushers using the banner of speed. No, ether banner. And then I have a unit of fallen and a hound unit. This time I'm probably going to get to go first, so I move up like that. I'm trying to, and it's long enough away that it's like an 11 for his far out unit to the right of Tuskers to get to it. And I really want the Crushers to go against the Tuskers. But I move forward like this. And really I should have arced them. I should have arced the Crushers. And I think I was too aggressive at the beginning. In fact, I think this army is actually really good at countering. So it's really good at going second, not really good at going first. And I need to actually play more games with it going first in order to actually get what I need. So he decides that he's going to charge the hounds, and he makes an 11 charge. Lie to you not. So he gets to the hounds. And I held thinking that he wasn't going to be able to make it, and sure enough, he made it. Yeah. So no, he didn't make it to them. He made it. I think I fled with the hounds, and then he charges in and actually makes contact with the other unit next to them. So that was the 11 charge that I thought they weren't going to make it. So yeah, he made it. Yeah, here's another view there. He made it to these guys, which cannot flee. That's their only downside, is they can't flee. Other than that, they're really good in close combat. And then he pushes his tribesmen forward to shaft me. I should be able to charge with the barbarians on the left and hit them on the flank, and then I should be able to make a 6-inch charge with the pestilence guys. Yeah. Yeah, they should be able to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, in my turn, I don't know where I'm going to bring those ambushers in, you know. Hopefully, though, the barbarian should hit him on the flank and then overrun and shaft up his main unit. And that's what I really wanted. That was the aim. That was the plan. And it wasn't, to me, it wasn't a far off plan. All I needed to roll was a 6. And guess what? They failed. They rolled a 3 with 2 dice added together. Average roll on a dice on 2 dice is usually a 7. They rolled a 3. I lie to you not. But I was able to get a charge off on one of his smaller units. I think it was a smaller unit of I'm not sure what it was. But they made a charge to a unit. I think it was a unit of tribesmen. Made a charge to them. Definitely, he's going to crush those guys. Over here, the barbarians came in and they shot at the giant. They did like 4 wounds, I believe. He was able to save with armor saves, and he went crazy with that. No, they did 3 wounds. Okay, then he kills those guys. He turns. I charged. I think I might have charged in. No, he charged me with his unit after he destroyed those guys. And then after my turn of movement, he charges into the Chimera, or I might have put the Chimera up there so they wouldn't be able to be charged. and then he charges the Chimera anyway. The Chimera has a 5-up regen, and he's toughness 5. He needs 4 to wound, so they should do okay. The Barbarians totally flub in close combat. Over here on the flank, they weren't able to do 3 wounds. They did 2, and he was able to charge, in his turn, able to charge the Giant in. The Giant yelled and bawled. And then in close combat over here, he was able to charge in his his Giant with only 3 wounds left into the Barbarians. I forgot to stand and shoot. They probably would have killed him if I had stood and shot. And then over here, he's able to kill not only kill the War Shrine and the Chimera, but also overrun into the Pestilence dudes, which totally gets it's in the way of my main Crusher unit. So that takes another turn off of my maneuverability there. I'm too far ahead to actually back up. He kills the Barbarians, Horsemen, with his Giant, and yeah, that's not cool. And over here, they weren't able to do 3 wounds with poisonous attacks, and because he rolled nothing but 5s. And then he was able to turn around and, after killing the Barbarians, and charge in his turn into the Barbarian unit on foot. Yeah, so that's not cool at all. I mean, everything is just unraveling just off of the Barbarians. In my opinion, were not where I actually need them to be. They need to be with the rest of the army. Chaos Warriors have always been good at combined arms. They're not really good at single unit combat, contrary to what everybody thinks. Because they don't have, stubborn. They can't get massive ranks because it's so expensive. So they're really not good at one-on-one combat. They're good at combined arms. Strangely enough, he was able to destroy a Chimera, but he wasn't able to kill the once fallen of Pestilence, and they got away. They fled and they got away. The Hounds actually killed the final leftover tribesmen in a unit that had gotten away earlier. I think it got away of the War Shrine. They were to kill that guy and overrun. Well, I don't think I overrun. I think I just pushed him in front of his main unit. So he'll have only 1 unit at a time attacking my Crusher bus, which, I thought should have been enough. But I didn't calculate that the amount of impact hits that he's going to get and the strength he's going to get. And I thought this was a long charge. I thought it was it should be a 10 to get to me. And yeah, I should be okay with that. I should be able to counter charge with that. The Crushers over here, they went ahead and charged the Bombardiers, and they cleaned their clock pretty well. Not in actuality, I think he actually charged the Bombardiers in, and then they fled after close combat was over. Okay, over here he was able to kill the Barbarians, and they fled and ran clear off the table. After the Barbarians had attempted to charge one of his war machines, and War Machine fled, so the Barbarians are kind of left out in the cold. And in my turn, I tried to charge. They were able to charge the Giants. So he moves his Frosty forward a little bit. As long as in my mind, as long as that Frosty is over where it's at, I don't really have any problems with the Frosty being there, because he has great weapons and he's striking last, so the Frosty's going to drop my initiative. But I think it still won't help him because I'll still be initiative 2, which won't exactly help him. So I think that's the reason why he didn't move the Frosty close in. But I don't think he had any. There was nothing that would have stopped him from actually being able to do anything. I think it would have helped out a lot when it came down to how my heroes reacted with his heroes. I think that would have helped a lot. In that aspect. Yeah, so he was able to charge the Pestilence guys and kill them. And then he made a long charge with his main unit, and he got to my guys. And in close combat, I rolled like crap. I think I rolled like crap with a lot of attacks, and they didn't really do much. when it came to wounding. And then he won close combat. I fled, and then I rallied in my turn. He's right there in front of me, so yeah, this is not looking good for the Crusher Bus, a unit that I thought was unstoppable, but they are not unstoppable if you're rolling like crap. Yeah, in the close combat with the Chimera and the those other guys, the Tuskers, the Chimera had 7 attacks and he only hit 1 time. But he was able to hit like 10 times with his breath weapon, which was retarded. But anyway, in close combat, I was able to catch up with those bombardiers and kill them. And then, yeah, he moved his unit in the center like that. He's just kind of walking around, mulling around after all this, these lucky charges and bad rolling on my part, and very good rolling with his saves on his part. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have on the field left is the Crusher Bus characters and a Crusher unit. But those 2 units added together is about 2,700 points. And yeah, my opponent was quite surprised at that. But anyway, it was a good game, still fun. I think I'm going to go back to my combined arms strategy and use the blueprint that I've been using. So it was a fun game. It was a loss for me, but I was still able to get some points off of them because the whole thing is about points. It's not about what you take. It's not about what you save. It's about what you take. So I did a little bit of damage. I mean, I could have been more aggressive in some places. Actually, less aggressive would have probably been the key here. So it would probably been best to wait him out, because I had the ability to do so. I didn't really have to dedicate my forces as quickly. We're both trying to get points, and so I could have, waited on him and been the patient hunter. But yeah, it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm definitely going back to the old blueprint and probably using some warriors in a new way just to try that out. But it's still going to be the same concept. Yeah. Because the Elder Dragon Centaur wasn't doing its thing. But it was fun.